Welcome back to the Cryptid Adventurers. I'm Zak.
And I'm Buzz. And a Happy New Year to you all. Right, what we're talking about this week is a story that I kind of decided last year we were going to overlook.
Yeah.
Because it just seemed a little bit kind of silly, and we'll get to that. But let's call it the CAMB story.
Ooh.
CAMB. So what happened is last October there was a report from Cambridge, who, if I just point out, is just there, which is 22 minutes from us.
Mm-hmm. So it's within driving distance.
Literally on our doorstep.
Yeah.
There was a report. I'm just going to go to my notes. So this was the 27th of October by a chap called Anthony Chittenden. Okay, and he was cycling down Albury Road in Cambridge when he spotted what seemed to be a large anthropomorphic monkey-like being.
Okay.
Estimated to be about 6 foot tall if it was standing upright.
Okay.
And it ran down the road on all fours.
Oh.
And disappeared into some fields near to the Meadows Community Centre.
Okay. So talking about this,
Yep.
it's interesting you mentioned it's running on all fours because our normal kind of interpretation of what we would consider Bigfoot to be would be very much like a bipedal creature.
Definitely. I mean, definitely when you get the reports of UK Bigfoot, they are coming out the same as what you would see as a Bigfoot anywhere.
That description is very different, in fact, to what seems to be the popular opinion.
Exactly. And Thetford so Thetford is the nearest place I could find, which is a little bit further out into East Anglia, where there have been reports of UK Bigfoot. Okay, but this was definitely
along with other things.
But this was described as being on all fours. Now, the key point of this one is that it says it's the 27th of October, and what happens at the end of October? Halloween. So, initially, when I read this story back in October time, or it would probably be November when it came out, I kind of just put it down. It's probably a university student prank, somebody in a monkey suit running around, whatever.
Potentially, but I mean, have you ever tried running on all fours? It's quite hard.
Yeah, I mean,
for a human.
I have seen you do it when you were younger doing gymnastics.
I could give it a fair shot, but I don't think I could convincingly do it as a monkey. We would have to be talking about like being convincing as running as a monkey. You'd have to be something like Andy Serkis doing the Planet of the Apes movies or something.
Maybe we should sort of correct ourselves on that point and say that actually probably what we're talking about is an ape. And not a monkey, because there is a difference. People always refer to things as monkeys, but it's we're talking ape, obviously. Anyway, the reason we've decided to come into the new year with this one is because there was another sighting.
Yeah, quite recently, in fact.
And that was by Rosie Pettifer, and that was on December the 16th.
Right.
So that was literally just before we broke up for the festive season. And she actually described her sighting as she was depressingly sober when she spotted it, because a lot of people were thinking, she was probably drunk, probably a bit on a high or something.
That's quite comical, actually.
And she said she was actually on her way home from work, and it was about 8 o'clock in the evening where she saw this large, estimated around 6 foot tall, ape-like creature that then scurried off. And she said it scurried off past a skate park. Now, I couldn't find any reference to the skate park that she was referring to, but I can confirm after I checked it out on Google, and I actually took a trip over to Cambridge just to look at the area, that where the first sighting was on Albury Road, where the Meadows Community Centre is, 5-minute walk from there is a skate park. So it could be that same similar area.
Yeah.
But that isn't specified. But the thing is, this was a second sighting with a pretty much identical description, but in December, possibly in the same area of Cambridge. And I would like to also point out, after travelling over to Cambridge and taking a look at the area and having a scoot round, that it is right on the edge of Cambridge. We're not talking like in Cambridge town centre or anything like that.
Are we talking kind of our side or
kind of northish? So sort of northwest of Cambridge,
Okay.
but not far off from if you wanted to break out into the countryside, you could do.
Right. That's very interesting because in this case was it running on all fours?
Again, it was
So
described as
an identical
running on all
report.
fours and pretty much an identical sighting to the first one.
Now, what I want to say now is the fact that I did look up this report.
We've been doing our research
in preparation for this particular video, and I did stumble across another thing, which is an interesting little correlation here. Now, it's what is locally referred to as a shug monkey.
A shug monkey. I have actually heard the term shug monkey.
In Cambridgeshire.
Okay.
Or in Cambridge, around the village of West Ratling. Now, I'm not familiar in relation to whether or not West Ratling is close to
straight to Google on this one.
These locations.
Right, okay. I'll have a quick
look. But apparently reports of this shug monkey have been prevalent for over 100 years. So this is something that has obviously had some kind of local legacy to it, as opposed to these very modern sightings.
Yep.
Like, correlation-wise, could it be the same thing? Could it be the same thing? I couldn't find a description
Let's see where this
of the shug monkey in any great detail, but it would be very interesting if West Ratling is close to these locations.
Right, let's have a look. West Ratling's out there by itself. Actually, that's a lot kind of more southeast from where these sightings were. But the thing that's intrigued me about it was, in the first instance, I just wanted to discard this as just being a student prank.
Hokum,
around Halloween. But then having a second sighting.
What would be the purpose
from
of
somebody who says they're depressingly sober.
Yeah.
I don't know. Interesting one. So
it's certainly worth investigation further, I think.
What's our thoughts on CAMB?
CAMB. It's unique in its description.
I honestly think that unless it's a really convincing suit, you're going to know that it's a human in a suit.
Yeah.
And so possibly an escaped pet.
Well, you say that, but I don't think you're going to have a 6-foot dog running around.
Well, in fact, if I recall the...
unless you're going along the lines of like a big cat or something, but again...
Rosie Pettifer definitely, she said she was questioned about it, and it wasn't a muntjac deer or anything like that. Yeah, did she mistakenly think that it was an ape when it was a different creature? And she said, no, it was definitely a 6-foot tall like creature, ape, but it ran away on all fours.
Okay. So, based upon this kind of initial inquiry from us, do you reckon it's worthy of further investigation?
I don't think really. I did take myself out there, as I say, because I wanted to have first-hand experience of the area just to see what it was like. And it's a busy, urban area. There is a field opposite the side of the road from the Meadows Community Centre, but it's still relatively kind of in town, if you know what I mean, even though it's on the outskirts.
Is it too good to be true?
I don't know. Shug monkey.
Not shrug monkey.
Shrug monkey.
You do look like a monkey. You could be mistaken for a bigfoot, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe. I don't know. Ginger one. Maybe more of an orangutan.
Oranga
Bigfoot. I think that this one is... We've got to keep this one open.
Yeah.
We've got to keep this one open.
Pending further reports, I reckon.
Pending further reports, because 2 independent reports, one in October and then one in December. I think we're going to just have to see how it goes in 2025 and see if anything comes up of any other reports. But if it is a actual physical creature, then I'm probably going to say that it's an escapee from somewhere.
Interesting. Do you know if there's any zoo-like?
I would have thought because you've got Cambridge. It's a university city. It's got probably loads of labs and all sorts around there. That would you want to let people know that you've let a very large chimpanzee accidentally out of your lab that's carrying the rage virus? I don't think you would. I think you'd want to keep that under
28 days later reference then.
Want to keep that one under wraps. Okay. Whether it's a paranormal cryptid, I don't think so. I think this one's going to come out with either it is a hoax or it is an escaped lab animal or pet. Yeah, I don't think this is a cryptid.
I definitely think this story is currently in a state in which it's open to see if there's any more further reports.
I think so.
However, there is a strong potential in this particular case, I reckon, that it's just going to fade off into memory.
Of course, if you have seen anything, you know any further information, if you know of any other sightings in the in the Cambridgeshire area, then please stick in the comments, contact us. We'll happily follow it up. Yeah, because I'm interested if there is something out there that has gotten loose, or if there is some kind of cryptid like the sugar monkey that is out and about. Yeah, we would love to know. We want to know.
But in the meantime, please like and subscribe to this channel and comment below any suggestions of further Cryptid Adventures episodes, stories, and legends maybe that you would like to see.
And in the meantime, contact us if you've had any paranormal, cryptid, or UFO, UAP sightings. Contact us and let us know.